On this week's show, we take you to Texas for Conference USA Media Day and get you caught up on all the preseason love for Liberty football.
Plus, we'll catch up with TobyMac's to learn about the start of Liberty golf and recap the history of Lady Flame Lacrosse. You're watching Flame Central.
Football season is quickly approaching, thank goodness. We'll spend a good bit of today's show focused on the gridiron. Hey there, welcome into Flame Central. I'm Matt, she's Emily.
Matt, just slow down. There's still a few more weeks of summer and vacations before the craziness returns to campus, but you are right. Fall sports will be starting up before we know it.
Yeah, and one of the first signs that college football is almost back is Media Day. And earlier this week, all 10 Conference USA teams convened in Frisco, Texas at the PGA of America headquarters. A great opportunity for the media to interact with all the head coaches and the brightest stars in the league, all in one location. Along with head coach Jamie Chadwell, Liberty would send the Quintons, running back Quentin Cooley, safety Quentin Reese, and they would be asked a lot about, well, their golf game, but also a lot about this, the Conference USA preseason poll. And what do you know? After a conference title, a 13-1 record, and a Fiesta Bowl appearance, the Flames are your runaway favorites to win CUSA this year. They received 18 of a possible 21st place votes, with Western Kentucky securing the other 2. Lofty expectations, a topic of discussion for the Flames, and something they're happy to embrace heading into the 2024 season.
We're obviously thankful for the season we had, but as I shared with these young men and our team, that was last year's team. This team's not earned one thing. And everything that we're getting right now is all based off of what happened last year. And if we have that mindset, then we'll get beat in this league really quick because there's a lot of good teams. The main thing for us is our whole mindset of our program is more about attacking and not defending anything. And I think anytime you're defending or you're maintaining, you're losing. And we talk a lot about we're going after something, and it's not necessarily a championship. Yes, we all play for that. But the purpose of why we're playing, we're going after for our team. They're playing for each other. And when you play for a brotherhood, when you're playing for somebody that you care about, you do whatever you can to go out and be your best for them.
Clearly, there are some high expectations for the Flames this season. C.J. Bazell Jr. was selected as the CUSA preseason Defensive Player of the Year. The defensive end outside linebacker started all 14 games for the Flames last season, earning CUSA All-Conference honorable mention. He recorded 49 tackles and led Liberty with 10.5 tackles for loss. He also added 3 sacks and a team-high 11 QB hurries. As a result, the rising junior was named to the Phil Steele postseason CUSA third team. And on the other side of the ball, it comes as no surprise that Liberty quarterback Caden Salter is your CUSA preseason Offensive Player of the Year. Salter basically stuffed the stat sheet last season for the Flames. He threw for nearly 3,000 yards and 32 touchdowns, while rushing for more than 1,000 yards and 12 additional scores. Therefore, he was the 2023 Hero Sports Group of 5 National Player of the Year, your CUSA Championship MVP, CUSA First Team All-Conference member. Salter was also named to the Davey O'Brien QB Class of 2023. Are you staying with me here, Matt?
This is a lot.
A finalist for the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award and a semifinalist for the Maxwell Award. All of that being said, remember, Caden Salter hasn't been the face of this program very long. This time last year, there was a quarterback battle going on. We didn't even know who was going to be under center heading into the first game of the season. Obviously, K. Salt took the job and ran with it, literally. So this week on the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, we asked him about how much can change in a year.
You're sitting here rocking the 7 and knowing that you're the dude. Like, how much different do you feel now than you felt a year ago?
I mean, most definitely way more comfortable, but like the work that I put in just to get here is something that like I just got to know that it can all go away that fast. I just got to keep on working and being the person that I've been. So just last year, we was all competing for that spot, and at the end of the day, I came down to win it. So I had to just keep on proving myself day by day and game by game that I won that spot for a reason. It wasn't given to me. I went out, I watched the film that I needed to watch and was studying the playbook, the new plays that we brung in with the new staff and the new offense. I mean, I've never ran a triple option offense until last year, but it seems like that's the best offensive fit for me.
I think 44 touchdowns later, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you did all right. You know, K-Salt showed another level of maturity and growth in this interview. You have to check out our entire conversation with QB1. We covered it all, from why Salter's helmet is so much bigger than everyone else's to why he stayed here at Liberty. Listen to the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage, Apple, Spotify. You can also watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
Well, if you're a frequent listener of the Flame Central podcast, then you already knew about this next bit of news. But for everybody else, Liberty basketball great Kyle Rode has signed to play professionally in Germany. Rode, who led Liberty with 14.2 points per game last season, will suit up for the EWE Baskets Oldenburg, which play in the basketball Bundesliga. I love saying that, which is the highest league in Germany. Also playing in that league, former Liberty teammate Darius McGee. All of Flames Nation will be tuning in to basketball Bundesliga when those two square off later this year. Also heading to the pro ranks, former Flame Blake Preston. He'll take his game to the land of the rising sun, Japan. Preston is signed with the Yamaguchi Pats 5 of the Japan B3 League. Preston played 4 seasons for the Flames before closing out his career at Northwestern. He joins a fast-growing list of Liberty basketball alums playing professionally all over the world. Well, speaking of Liberty alums, 7-time Grammy Award-winning musical artist TobyMac is a graduate of LU. But what you may not know is that he was also an athlete here. Not only did he play golf for the Flames, he's also a big reason that Liberty got a golf program in the first place. He tells us that story and about how the game of golf helped launch him into one of the most impactful careers in Christian music. TobyMac is a 7-time Grammy Award-winning recording artist, songwriter, and producer. But music wasn't his first love.
Golf was everything. It was my entire dream. You know what I mean? I wanted to try to play on tour. I was a pretty good junior high school golfer, good enough to get a scholarship.
Toby would take that scholarship and use it to play golf at Jacksonville University. But after his first year, he longed to be at Liberty.
All my friends went to Liberty, and I just loved the atmosphere of Liberty. I wanted to come here. All my buddies were thriving here. I'm like, I wish I could go there.
But there was just one problem. Liberty didn't have a golf program. So Toby would reach out to family friend and Washington Redskins head coach Joe Gibbs for help.
Joe Gibbs knew I loved golf. I played with him many times, and he knew that Liberty didn't have a program, but this is where I wanted to be. So he actually called Dr. Falwell and said, I got a kid here that's a great golfer, and you don't have a program. What's wrong with you guys? You need to have a golf program. So Dr. Falwell was like, well, we'll have one next year. Our first year, we were a club team by the NCAA rules. And then the next 3 years, of course, it was D2 back then. I got to play here and was captain for a couple years and loved it. So I was here from the, inception of the golf team. And it was great because we were playing against, at times, UVA and Tech and other smaller schools around Virginia. And it was like a startup program, but we were pretty good.
But it wasn't just all golf and studying for Toby during his time at Liberty. He was also discovering a new talent, one that he could have never imagined.
I kind of stumbled into music. But, God uses everything. It's like the golf led to me meeting Michael Tate because he was like, aren't you that golfer? And he's in music. And I'm like, this guy's going out singing, but he's not singing the kind of music we like. It's in like super conservative songs. I'm like, this guy looks like he'd be singing songs that we like, but he's singing these hymns, which I think hymns are beautiful, but we wanted to do music that felt like us in the moment. You know what I mean? The kind of music that we love.
Toby and Michael would become friends, and together with classmate Kevin Smith, they would form the Christian rap group
DC Talk. Down with the DC Talk. Down with the DC Talk.
The group would go on to perform all over the world and sell more than 5 million albums.
I would have never guessed that I'd do music my whole life. All I wanted to be was a pro golfer. And I even told my dad when I ran to do music, I'm like, give me 2 years to try this and I'll be back. And never look back.
Yeah, Denver, how you feeling?
And yet, all these years later, golf is still a huge part of Toby's life.
Some people say I tour based on playing golf, but it's not true. But I definitely know the great golf courses around our nation, and I get to play them all the time. If I'm in your town, I'm playing your golf course.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Mid-America Center in Catering. And I mean, we're in Council Bluffs, Iowa. A man that's playing the AT&T Invitation at Pebble Beach Pro-Am, he's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to make do by all means necessary. And by any means necessary, he will get his practice. Booyah! Sorry about the curtain, Council Bluffs.
I've written many, many songs on the golf course, probably songs that you people know out there. And just communing with the King, man. I love communing with God on a golf course. I love golf, always have. It's a lot like life, man. It's a lot like life. You work hard and it shifts. And once you get one part of your life kind of dialed, another part creeps up that's tough to handle. You know, that's how golf is. It reminds me of life.
Thanks to our John Pratt for producing that piece. You know, it was fun talking to Toby, and when we said, we want to talk to you about golf, like his eyes lit up. You can tell like how much he still loves the sport today and what a big part of his life it still is.
I can't believe that he had a hand in creating this program here at Liberty. Just another reason. You never know what God's plan is for your life, but he clearly wanted him here at Liberty. And I would say it turned out well for him with his music career.
I think it's going just fine. And we'll see how many more songs he writes while he's out on the golf course in the coming years.
Yeah.
All right, we need to take a quick time out, but when we come back, we'll show you the history of the Lady Flame lacrosse program.
And Flames football will be rocking some new threads this season. We'll show you their new stylish uniforms. Don't go anywhere.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Welcome back to Flames Central. Liberty Women's Lacrosse may not take the field for competition until the spring, but we thought now would be a perfect time to talk about the history of this young program. A program that in the beginning had many players, even coaches, who knew little to nothing about lacrosse. In this next feature, you'll see that Lady Flame Lacrosse has come a long way since 2009.
When Liberty University first established the women's lacrosse program in 2009, it began as a club sport. And it would be then Assistant Director of Compliance, Erin Hagan, a former volleyball player, that would be tasked with leading the team that first year, which would pose some challenges.
Prior to us starting lacrosse, I had never watched a lacrosse match. I had never played lacrosse. Every time the whistle blew, the girls would just freeze on the field. I'm like, why are they just stopping? Like, not knowing the ins and outs of lacrosse. It was fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of growth for a lot of us.
The following year, Reagan Denham was hired to transition the program into its first year of Division I play. She came in having no time to recruit players with lacrosse experience, so she scouted around campus for anyone with athletic ability. Chloe McIntosh was one of those who caught the coach's attention.
I got an email from Coach Denham, who was the newly hired lacrosse coach, and asked if I wanted to be on the lacrosse team. And I was only going to be the third player so far. And my first question back to her was, what is lacrosse?
That would be a familiar question, as Coach Denham tried to recruit enough players to field a team.
She went to some of the intramural games, so there were players with me on the team that had never played lacrosse before.
It's safe to say that the girls had much to learn, including things as basic as the uniform.
One thing that I did not know until my jersey was placed in my locker was that you actually play in skirts. And so that was a big surprise to me. No one had told me that. And some of my teammates just thought that was hilarious.
Despite so many being new to the sport, the team would pick up their first Division I win in just the second game of the season against Howard University.
We ended up tying the game with just minutes left in regulation. And then we went to overtime and ended up winning. And it was just the best thing in the world. You would have thought that we had just won the NCAA championship with how excited we were.
Then in 2011, lacrosse players with experience playing the sport would begin to arrive. Current assistant coach Nina Dene was among the first. What she found when she got here was a program still trying to get its footing.
The early years of Liberty Lacrosse were very challenging. I looked around and I had a lot of teammates that had never played lacrosse before. So that was uncharted territory. We were like, we're doing this. Are we doing it? Are we okay? How are we supposed to do this? And the only direction we could go was up.
Liberty University would do its part to bolster the team's upward movement by quickly equipping them with the facilities necessary to become a competitive program.
We started to work with campus to get a turf field and what we needed to be able to compete at the best level.
It was so encouraging to see that the university didn't just create this program and leave us to be, that they created this program for us, and then gradually they were able to pour into us to make us a respectable program.
The new field would open in 2012 with a match against then number 3 North Carolina. Then in 2014, Kelly Nangle would take over the reins of the program. She recognized early on that the 5-year-old team was still searching for an identity.
It was an adjustment period of setting standards that you need for Division I athletes.
I feel like we didn't have a super established culture. We were still trying to figure out who we were as a team, what we believed in.
She came in and kind of completely turned the program around. And that was kind of the beginning of her type of culture.
Once we had that solidified, it was a lot easier to grow the program, I would say.
For the second time in program history, Liberty welcomes a top 10 opponent to Liberty Lacrosse Field in Lynchburg, Virginia.
To grow the program, Coach Nangle would begin to challenge her players by scheduling some of the top teams in the country. And her players relished the opportunity.
It definitely means something, especially when we got to come and play ACC teams. That was very exciting and got our program out there and got Liberty known.
Playing teams like Notre Dame, it was a big deal. I mean, it felt like we were playing on a big stage.
Players coming into this program know you are going to play the best of the best.
It's amazing to see that they are continuously competing against teams that are the upper echelon, and they are competing.
Mackenzie Lehman had 5 goals in her last outing. She has the first one today. Liberty with the first goal of the afternoon.
I'm so proud of how far this program has come, and that it's a respected program that is gaining the attention of others in the country.
But striving to be the best is secondary to the real reason for wearing a Liberty uniform. Playing for Christ has always been at the center of the program.
When we wear Liberty across our chest, that's the team we represent. But truthfully, when we come in and we pray after the game, we represent something so much bigger.
It's a beautiful thing getting to play for God and be worshiping out there, and to say that to your team and encourage them in that way of like, this is all worship, this is all giving this gift back to God.
I went to Liberty because I wanted to be a part of this university, part of a Christian school, and to be able to wear Liberty on my jersey and to play a sport that I'd never heard of before. It was such a testament to God's faithfulness. I take great pride in being a part of the Liberty women's lacrosse program.
Takes the shot and scores. Liberty leads 3-1 in the first quarter against Duke.
Thanks to Ken Toes for producing that piece. Okay, how awesome would it have been? You're just a normal student playing intramurals, and next thing you know, a coach comes up to you and is like, hey, you're kind of athletic. You want to help start a program? And then you're a pioneer of Liberty Lacrosse. It's crazy.
My favorite part about this feature was Nina Dene going, are we okay? Do we know what we're doing? And they seem to figure it out.
Yeah.
And really what Kelly Nagel has been able to do with this program, some really big strides, in the last few years. You have Lizzie Ferguson,
Absolutely.
first All-American in program history. So the best is definitely yet to come. All right, we have to take one more break, but trust me, the wait is almost over.
That's right. We'll reveal the brand new Liberty Flames football uniforms when Flames Central returns.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way. What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
Tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Lynchburg, Virginia, you'll find us, Liberty University. Here, we pursue excellence in all of our academic endeavors, from anywhere. We fight for victory in our athletic programs and fan the flames with a mighty roar. We equip students with a Christ-centered perspective that changes lives. We are creators, problem solvers, and world changers. But above all of this, we are champions for Christ.
Liberty University Chevrolet was awesome.
Here comes a big push to the 24 and the inside lane.
And William Byron comes off turn 4 to win.
Hey, welcome back to Flame Central. Listen, I am an expert on many things. Fashion is not one of them.
Which makes us extremely thankful that Matt didn't design the new football uniforms for this upcoming season. Yeah. They were inspired by a fashion icon, also known as head coach Jamie Chadwell. Take a look.
Do you want to see the guys in those awesome new uniforms this fall? Of course you do. Be sure to grab your tickets now. Season tickets going quickly. Get yours while you can. See the Flames host Conference USA opponents like Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State, and UTEP. Or how about a non-conference matchup with ECU, huh? Get your tickets at lufootball.com and plan on joining us at Williams Stadium this fall.
Listen, love the new unis, the
absolutely.
script, anything with Sparky on it is going to be awesome. But maybe Matt Warner does know something about fashion with the baby blue. I was really hoping for baby blue unis.
Maybe they'll bring out some later. Once they see how good I look, maybe they'll add them as well. Hey, LibertyFlamesCentral.com for any stories you might have missed.
Flame Central Podcast, download and subscribe. For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.